बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अस्सलामु अलैकुम नाज़रीन मोहतरम। गौहर शाही मरहबा तमाम मुहिबान गौहर शाही की खिदमत में आप मुलाहिज़ा फरमा रहे हैं ALRA TV की ख़ुसूसी नशियात लंदन बरतानिया से बराह रास्त। इस महफिल में नुमाइंदा गौहर शाही सैयद यूनुस AlGohar जलवा अफरोज़ होने वाले हैं। उनसे क़ब्ल सैयदना इमाम मेहदी सरकार गौहर शाही की बारगाह अक़दस में सैयदना इमाम मेहदी सरकार गौहर शाही की बारगाह अक़दस में नुमाइंदा गौहर शाही का मंज़ूम कलाम पेश करने की सादत हासिल कर रहे हैं। मेरे साथ हमनवाई में शामिल हैं रिज़वान गौहर सरकार। मेरी और हम सब की हाज़िरी को कबूल मंजूर फरमाएं। गौहर शाही गौहर 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 गौहर
یہ خارِ نفس کی کیسی چبن ہے، 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 نسیم باد گوہر کی دوا ہے، نسیم باد گوہر کی دوا ہے،
गौहर 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 गौहर
गौहर गौहर गौहर
गौहर गौहर गौहर गौहर गौहर गौहर गौहर गौहर गौहर
गौहर मीनाराए अज़मत जहाँ है,
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 गौहर मीनाराए अज़मत जहाँ है। ये बंदा अज़मते गौहर निशां है, ये बंदा
अज़मते
गौहर गौहर निशां,
अज़मते गौहर निशां है,
ये बंदा अज़मते
गौहर निशां है,
ये बंदा अज़मते गौहर निशां है, ये बंदा
अज़मते गौहर निशां है,
गौहर 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 गौहर
गौहर गौहर गौहर
गौहर
गौहर
गौहर गौहर गौहर
गौहर गौहर गौहर
गौहर गौहर गौहर गौहर
गौहर गौहर गौहर
गौहर गौहर गौहर गौहर गौहर गौहर गौहर मेरी तन्हाइयों में दर्द क्यों है,
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 हुजूम-ए खल्क पे गफलत गुमा 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 है,
गौहर 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 गौहर
गौहर गौहर गौहर गौहर
गौहर गौहर गौहर गौहर
गौहर गौहर
गौहर
गौहर
गौहर गौहर
गौहर गौहर गौहर
गौहर गौहर गौहर गौहर
गौहर गौहर गौहर गौहर
गौहर गौहर गौहर गौहर
गौहर गौहर गौहर
गौहर गौहर गौहर
गौहर गौहर गौहर
ये उल्फत क्या है यूनुस कुछ पता है,
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 ये उल्फत क्या है यूनुस कुछ पता है, ये खून
मोहतरम, अब इस महफिल के लिंक को अपने दोस्त अहबाब के साथ शेयर करते हुए महफिल में शरीक रहें। अब मैं बिला ताखीर दरख्वास्त गुजार हूँ नुमाइंदे गौहर शाही सैयद यूनुस अलगौहर की बारगाह आलिया में कि वो अपने कलाम से हम तमाम को मुस्तफ़ीद फरमाएँ। मुलाहिज़ा फरमाएँ नुमाइंदे गौहर शाही सैयद यूनुस अलगौहर।
गौर शाही मरहबा। Spiritual training, spiritual learning, spiritual experiences differ from place to place. When spiritual training is conducted in a jungle, there are different uh, avenues of your personality that need to be examined and love love for your family, love for your children, love for your own self is challenged by love of God that you are striving to acquire. Sufis who only obtained bookish knowledge of Sufism and they never went through the spiritual discipline have a lot of sweet words to describe spirituality. Spirituality is more a practical regime than a topic which is discussed in a classroom. Spirituality is emptying yourself of yourself. Spirituality is coming to terms with our reality, which means we do not know our reality. And spirituality is very easily misunderstood and mistaken by those who often appear to have expertise in this field. Today, as we speak, people have become weary and worn out, to be honest with you, of religions. Not because there is something wrong with the religions, but because the interpretation that is going around in the religious circles, the philosophy of religions which is being hammered into the brains at religious seminaries every day, that is the real bone of contention. And then, there have been a lot of personality cult groups in the world. And it is funny enough that those personality cults didn't have anything to do with the spirituality, but somehow they have been, associated with Sufism and spirituality. Maybe not on purpose, but for the lack of knowledge and understanding of spirituality. In spirituality, you do not become a beggar, you do not become homeless. Look, we are talking about spirituality and I promote spirituality. I promote Sufism, but I'm not a beggar. In the olden days, not too far, if you go back 10, 15 years, or maybe 20 years, people had developed this general concept about spirituality and Sufism all over the world, including our own countries like Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, that one who is Sufi, he must wear very, inexpensive clothes, and that the piece of clothes that they should use for their outfits should be, should have a lot of holes in it, and they put different patches on them, light blue, green, red, black patches. And this would become very symbolic to a Sufi dress. And until Sarkar came into uh, um, the limelight of Sufism, the first sentence that was uttered at Sarkar as a complaint was, "How come as a Sufi you're driving a Land Cruiser?" So this was the mentality, and this mentality, you cannot simply blame the masses for having this kind of mentality, because the masses will only obtain their knowledge from its spiritual or social seers. Seers and peers are responsible for whatever societal boundaries they have set. So this was the general concept among all religions, that somebody who's very godly, very, very spiritual, he shouldn't own a home, he shouldn't own a car, nothing. He should be living into, rags. But that is not true. Sufism is not about physical poverty. Sufism is about spiritual poverty. So there is a misunderstanding, an ongoing misunderstanding. Now you have to be very careful in order to understand the point that I'm trying to make. Faqr is an Arabic word which means to have nothing in possession. Faqr means to have nothing in possession. See, I make endeavors to simplify uh, the Sufi terminology for you. This is why I will never give you a word against a word. I will always give you a phrase against a word so that you can understand it. Because I aim to convey the thoughts, not the words. So faqr means to have nothing in possession. And when you have nothing in possession, there is a word, poverty, right? But those who are responsible for spreading such uh, nonsense ideology, under the banner of poverty, under the banner of Islamic Sufism, faqr, there is a very thin blue line. To have nothing in possession. In Sufism, this is faqr. In English, it means poverty. But the word faqr in Islamic Sufism has a very typical esoteric uh, connotation, not hypothetical. It's a metaphor. It is not used here in hypothetical sense. It's a metaphor. And even with the esoteric connotation, it means the same thing, to have nothing in possession. But how does it differ? We need a board. This is a very important point, and this is one of the main points from this book. How will you see it, Brother Steve? Oh, there. Oh, yes. Poverty. Now, this is your body, and these are souls. Now, these are souls. So, this is batin, meaning your interior. This is body, your exterior. When the body has wonderful clothes, wonderful house, a lot of money, right? These are possessions. These are materialistic possessions. Maya. When somehow or other you are stripped of these possessions, you become poor. And you have poverty, right? So those who do not have anything in possession, plus they are either mentally or physically disabled to make earnings, they become beggars, right? Possessions, you do not pluck them out of a tree. You work hard. Either you have a job 9 to 5, or you have a business, you work hard, and you earn those possessions, right? Understandable. Some people are luckier than others, and some people are more educated than others, and some people are more privileged than others. This is why some people make less efforts and make more money. And some others make, more efforts and lesser earning for a number of reasons. And some people are born with a golden spoon in their mouth. However, if you do not have the ability to work hard, if you do not have the ability to have a job or have a business, and this disability can be due to any reason, whether you're mentally retarded, or you're physically, impaired, and this is why you cannot make efforts and you cannot make money, and this is how you become poor. So to have nothing in possession physically is poverty. But in religious connotation, poverty does not mean you should not have any possession for your physical body. In religious and spiritual connotation, to have nothing in possession means something else. What does it mean? It means this is your inner, and God said, I created you so that you worship me. I created you so that you worship me. I created you so that you may know me. I created you so that you may house me in you. Now, the purpose of your creation is to earn God's love, God's pleasure. The purpose of your creation to have nothing but God in possession. Currently, what we have, all our souls are stained and plagued with different desires of this world and different evil traits. Jealousy. What is jealousy? If Shakil is taller than I am, something is tickling me in the heart, and that tickle will make you hate Shakil. How? How can he be taller than I am? If Shakil is, relatively a little richer than I am, jealousy will not let me accept this truth. And I will develop some very negative emotions for Shakil without any apparent reason. Just because he is better than me, I have this ailment of jealousy. And some people are so consumed with this evil trait that you cannot say anything good about yourself in front of them. Right? Mansoor, you did really well. Wow. Okay. Is there anything in this sentence that can suggest that I am insulting Tanveer? But he has this ailment in him, which is known as jealousy, that will ignite him. He's taking a side now. Look, he never praised me. And he's only praising Mansoor. These are all evil ailments. We think we made ablution, हमने वजू कर लिया है, हम पाक हो गए हैं, हम गंगा नहा लिए हैं, स्नान हो गया है, पवित्र हो गए हैं. No. कोई गंगा ऐसी नहीं बहती इस दुनिया में जिससे तुझे ऐसा स्नान मिल जाए जो तेरे मन के पाप को धो डाले. कोई गंगा ऐसी नहीं, कोई जमजम ऐसा नहीं है, कोई काबा ऐसा नहीं है कि जहां तू जाए, डुबकी लगाए या उल्टा सीधा औंधा उल्टा लेट के आ जाए और तू पाक हो जाए. नहीं है. And then remember what the Prophet said. Even if you have a minute degree of arrogance, false pride in your heart, you're not worthy of heaven. राई बराबर भी तकब्बुर दिल में हुआ तो जन्नत के काबिल नहीं. The question is, why the hell on earth these religious so-called scholars do not tell us about these things? And even if some do tell us about these things, why they do not tell us the solution? Right? I mean, you keep repeating the same thing again and again every Friday, but you don't tell us how to remove arrogance from the heart, because we need the medicine to heal our soul. We need the medicine to heal our heart. Right? Don't we have this problem in us? Jealousy. Arrogance. And more often than not, we have deceit. We're so deceit in nature. And we have this problem. If somebody does anything wrong, we really take it very serious to our heart. And we develop some kind of animosity and develop grudge and let it, grow in our heart until it turns into hatred. Bughd. What is bughd? Bughd is an Arabic word which is derived from ghadab. So bughd means invisible anger. Physically, we're really welcoming. Oh, how are you? Come on, I was just thinking about you. Come, sit down, have a cup of tea. And inside the heart, and you still think you're Muslim and Christian and Jew? My foot. How can you be a religious man when you have two faces? You only need one face to be honest. When you have two faces, you're not honest, you're dishonest. Let's put it this way. There is a proverb in Urdu. हाथी के दांत खाने के और दिखाने के और होते हैं ना. जिन दांतों से वो खाता है वो नजर नहीं आते, और जो दांत नजर आते हैं उनसे वो खाता नहीं है ना. तो जो दांत नजर आ रहे हैं, जब आप देखेंगे कि यार ये दांत तो बिल्कुल यूज ही नहीं हो रहे, तो आप समझेंगे खाता ही नहीं है, क्योंकि खाने वाले दांत तो नजर ही नहीं आ रहे. लोग डिसेप्शन का शिकार हो रहे हैं. So we have so many problems inside our body. If somebody does something wrong, we forget we are meant to be compassionate instantly. Right? Maybe now because you're associated with Sarkar Gaur Shahi. You're Sufis to be. You must have noticed a great deal of change in your character. But generally speaking, people have these problems. They have this problem. They have this inborn ability to hate everyone without discrimination. This inborn ability. I don't know how. I used to wonder why we need a school to learn to love and why we don't need a school to hate anybody. I used to wonder. And then I met His Holiness Gaur Shahi. So we have been caged in a web. Our souls are caged in a web, and it's very tangly. The souls are suffocated. If I put my palm on your nose and your mouth and don't let you breathe, how would you feel? Suffocating. I mean, more than just suffocating. Suicidal. This is how our souls feel when we still have these ailments in the body. And look at our mentality. We're going to temples and mosques and there, this place and that place. And we think we have become holy, but our souls are suffocating. Can't breathe. And we have this ongoing song in ourselves. I am better. than everybody else. वो शाहरुख खान की मूवी आई थी ना, उसमें एक सॉन्ग था, आई एम द बेस्ट, आई एम द बेस्ट, कभी हीरो यहाँ, कभी जीरो यहाँ, है ना, आई एम द बेस्ट. This is what we literally think. I'm the best. Even if I don't know how to wipe my ass, but we are the best. What is spiritual poverty? All these negative possessions that we have accumulated in our inner person, to get rid of all these possessions is poverty. Ridding all these unnecessary possessions, a luggage of shit that we carry inside our hearts. Getting rid of all this luggage is the path of spirituality. It's a spiritual poverty. To have nothing in possession from the devil. It is not easy, but it cannot be impossible. Why? Because God said, become pure. Why would God say it if it was impossible? It is a demand from God. قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ تَزَكَّى. You want to succeed in what you're doing? Become purified. قَدْ أَفْلَحَ. You will surely succeed. مَنْ تَزَكَّى. Only if you have cleansed yourself. And this cleansing is not simple like you know, bring a bucket of water, and start pouring water on your head and you think, oh wow, I'm pure now. It's not as simple as this. It is a great, great struggle. What is it? Like God tells us, if you do bad, I'll send you to hell. In simple words, it's a sentence that has a little bit of admonition. That's it. God is actually threatening you. You had better not do wrong things, or else hellfire. So what do? Even if we do not want to worship, out of fear, we worship. We have no bloody choice. We worship out of fear. When I met Sarkar and I started my spiritual journey, and I found out that I'm head to toe filled with negative ailments and evil, presence, I wanted to get rid of this unnecessary possessions in me. The moment I started the process of purification, I started receiving threats from the devil. It's not just God who tells you, if you don't do this, you go to hellfire. When you want to purify yourself, even the devil comes and he also does the same thing. If you do this, then I will do this. If you do this, then I will make sure the people that you love the most rip you apart the most. I will make sure that the people you care the most, they will, you know, disrespect you the most. And it happens. So you're constantly under threat. ایک طرف اس کا گھر، ایک طرف میں کدا، میں کہاں جاؤں ہوتا نہیں ہے فیصلہ. اس کے گھر سے اٹھا تو کدھر جاؤں گا، اور میں کدا چھوڑ دوں گا تو مر جاؤں گا. سخت مشکل میں ہوں، کیا کروں اے خدا. کیا کرے بندہ. I was really puzzled at this point. I mean, God is threatening. If you don't do this, you go to hellfire. And when I want to purify myself, the devil is threatening. If you do this, I will do this to you. You know, Brother Steve, the people that you love the most, they are the ones who will cheat you the most, who will wound you the most, who will hate you the most. Because others who do not live with you, who are not close to you, they don't have access to you. مولا علی کو کس نے قتل کیا؟ ان کا غلام عبد الرحمن ابن ملجم، اس نے قتل کیا. بہت قریبی تھا. The one that you care the most will have the courage to ditch you the most. The others won't have access to you. Right? I mean, the strangers cannot hurt you and harm you because you're alert about them. Maula Ali said, save me from my friends. I'll take care of my enemies myself. مولا علی نے فرمایا کہ مجھے میرے دوستوں سے بچانا. اے اللہ، مجھے میرے دوستوں سے بچانا، دشمنوں سے میں خود نمٹ لوں گا. جن سے آدمی پیار کرتا ہے، محبت کرتا ہے، جذباتی طور پر وہ آپ کی کمزوری بن جاتے ہیں کسی نہ کسی وجہ سے، اور وہی چھرا گھونپتے رہتے ہیں. So my friends, be more vigilant on them that you love the most. ان سے چوکنا رہیں جن سے آپ بہت پیار کرتے ہیں، کیونکہ وہی گھات لگائیں گے، وہی چھرا گھونپ پائیں گے. سمجھے؟ جو سب سے زیادہ قریب ہوگا وہ سب سے بڑا زہریلا سانپ ہوگا. When I would go to visit Sarkar Gaur Shahi in Kotri Sharif, there was a man, his name was Ikram, and he had a long beard. I never saw him smiling. मैंने उसको कभी हंसते नहीं देखा, मैंने उसको कभी इंसानों की तरह बात करते नहीं देखा, उसके लहजे में तकब्बुर। And he was the closest one. And, I thought he must be genius spiritually. I mean, he was, he was so close to Sarkar. Only he was allowed in Sarkar's room. He was there in Sarkar's privacy all the time. And one day, when I was traveling with Sarkar. We were coming from North Dakota, and we had a transit stopover in Minneapolis Airport, St. Paul, Minneapolis. So we sat there for about 5-6 hours. And Sarkar was sitting with me, and we were alone. And Sarkar, very abruptly, all of a sudden, Sarkar said, Do you know Ikram? I said, yes, Sarkar. He gave me poison 2 times in Kotri. I said, Sarkar, how? And Sarkar said, one time, Sarkar asked me, you remember at night time I drink milk? So he used to bring milk. So one day, when there was no light, due to electricity failure, there was no light, and it was all dark, and then he brought a glass of milk. And Sarkar said to him, okay, put it down on the table. And he said, no, it's warm, you should drink now. And Sarkar said, okay, I will drink it, don't worry about it, just put it there and go. And he said, no, Sarkar, it's warm and you must drink it when it's warm. Sarkar said, I held the glass and I did this and I said, okay, yaar, ab to jao tum, okay, go. And Sarkar put it down. I said, Sarkar, what happened? Sarkar said, there was a wall lizard in that milk, and milk turned yellow. And then Sarkar explained, if the wall lizard fell into the glass of milk, by accident, it would have happened 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, and the color of milk wouldn't have changed to that dark yellow. It must have been there for many, many hours. So, Sarkar said, my eyes are always open on them that I do not trust. फरमाया कि जिन लोगों पर हमें भरोसा नहीं होता, उनके ऊपर हमारी कड़ी निगरानी होती है नजरों की. उनके हर अमल को हम देखते हैं, या तो मुनाफिक के हर अमल को देखते हैं या महबूब के हर अमल को देखते हैं. तो हमने वो देख लिया था. 2 दफा उसने पॉइजन देने की कोशिश की. एक और नाम लिया, इन कानों से सुना है मैंने सरकार से, लेकिन मैं वो नाम नहीं लूंगा। अगर वो मैंने नाम लिया तो हमारी नाजूबाजी जो है वो परेशान हो जाएंगी। एक और भी नाम है जिसने जहर दिया। लोग तो गैबत के बाद बड़ी बातें कर रहे थे ना, हमारे सीने में ज़र्फ है, हमने कभी कुछ नहीं कहा जवाब में, कभी कुछ नहीं कहा। सो द क्लोजेस्ट वन, दे आर द ones who will deceive you because they have access to you, because you trust them. Am I right, Brother Steve? Don't forget what happened before Jesus was taken onto the cross. The guy who said, I will always stand by you, Jesus. Judas? And then what happened? Jesus said, no. When the rooster comes up, you will be the first one to deny me. And this is exactly what happened. Is that correct, Brother Steve? So, the ones that are around you in your relationship, they are the ones that the devil will use against you. I can give you an example. When I met Sarkar Gohar Shahi, I was very happy. And I told my father, and my father, said, okay. The next day, my father said, if you go again and see Sarkar Gohar Shahi, you have no place in my house. Get the hell out of here. Nobody believed me. All my life, I ached for motherly love, fatherly love, brotherly love. All my life. ना माँ का प्यार मिला, ना बाप का प्यार मिला, ना किसी बहन और भाई का प्यार मिला. All my life. And then what happened? When I found Sarkar Gohar Shahi, I lost my parents. I lost my home. They kicked me out. And in front of my house, on the main road, there was a pavement in the middle of the road. I would sleep there. And next to me were donkeys, horses, and they would pee on my face, on my body. And I would starve sometimes for 17 days, sometimes for a week. Do you understand? And this was the time when Karachi was torn apart. There was ethnic cleansing in our city. Thousands of bullets would be fired. People were, just They were butchered, carnage, massacre. And I was in the middle of the road. In the morning, when I would wake up, I would find at least 3-4 dead bodies over me. Last night, something happened. There was a firing. People were shot. I'm, covered with blood. One dead body on my face, another dead body on my leg. So the fear of death went out of the heart. But tell me, people who talk about motherly love, where is the love of my mother for her child? Where is it? Not all mothers are lovely. Not all fathers are lovely. I'm right there in front of the house. People are dying. Nobody came from my house. Come inside. There. And that was the time when I realized I should place all my trust in Gohar Shahi alone. When I talk about spirituality, it's not bookish knowledge. You do not know my background. You do not know where these laughters are coming from. You do not know this extreme love for Gohar Shahi is coming from somewhere where a 15-year-old boy had no roof under which he can sleep in peace for a couple of hours. There was no shoulder to cry on. There was nobody to ask, how are you? In that moment in time, Gohar Shahi gave me motherly love more than a mother can give to his child. Fatherly love, spiritual love, divine love. For me, there is only one expression of love. There is only one brand of love. There is a classification, but I don't identify that classification. Because according to my experience, there is only one type of love. And this is Gohar Shahi love. I haven't seen any other form of love. But I'm not denying that there may be or may not be yet another form of love. There may be. But this is my personal experience. So when I went through this hardship of life, near-death experiences every bloody day, these possessions started to creep out of me. It is not easy. And then came a time when Sarkar decided to cleanse my lower self. This was yet another grand test. It wasn't easy or difficult. It was worse than death, and it was more difficult than life. The test. I hope you understand. So, through experience, one by one, all the unnecessary possessions started to exit from my heart, from my soul, and a point came when I was an unoccupied territory. When I became available, the Lord came in. I became spiritually poor. Why and how? Because all the possessions that I had in me did exit with the uh, blessings of my Lord, Younus AlGohar. So spiritual poverty is faqr, not physical poverty. But what they have perceived is that a faqir, a Sufi, is one who has nothing in possession. So this is what I wanted you to understand. This is why when they see somebody driving an X7, they said, "Oh, how can this be a Sufi?" Why? But did he screw your mother? Why not? I mean, what's the reason why he can't be a Sufi? Just because he's driving a 7 Series BMW? Do you understand spirituality? No, you don't. If you understood spirituality, you would have understood faqr doesn't mean physical poverty. Faqr means spiritual poverty. Spiritual poverty means you have nothing left in you. Zero. And then your Lord has come inside you. And only now you will love your Lord with all your heart, with all your soul. Because there is nothing left in you. So when somebody tells you, Sufi lives in a hut, Sufi doesn't eat anything, he starves, he doesn't wear good clothes, he cannot drive a car, he can't hold an iPhone. This is why I put many iPhones. Aaj tumhari maa ka harami maa. Look at these. Look at these phones. They're all, look at this. Look at their bottom 3. One more here. Sabali nahi. I am a Sufi. लगाना है फतवा अपनी गांड पे चिपकाओ. हाँ? Because this is not the true interpretation of faqr. Faqr is not about becoming naked. You have no clothes to wear, you have no food to eat. Why not? If God loves you, right? He gives food to everybody who don't even believe in Him. Why would God want you to starve? Just because He loves you or you love Him? भाई आप अल्लाह से मोहब्बत करें, अल्लाह आपसे करे, तो उस मोहब्बत का सिला अल्लाह ये देगा कि आपको नंगा घुमाएगा, फकीर कराएगा आपको? क्यों भाई? No. A Sufi is one who has managed to exit all else from him, and he has invited the Lord to come and turn this little tiny template into His divine abode. That is what a Sufi is. If you think you're a Sufi cannot be jealous. Why? Everything has exited. A Sufi cannot be arrogant. यानी उसमें कोई अहंकार नहीं होगा. होगा क्या? अल्लाह ताला उसको जितना चाहे दे दे, लेकिन वो हम्बल होगा. ये नहीं होगा कि 10 पाउंड जेब में आ गए तो तुम कौन हो भाई? ये नहीं होगा. हम तो हर बात पे कहते हैं तुम्हें जानते नहीं हो तुम मुझे भी. अच्छा भाई, जान के क्या करेंगे हम? बाहर में जा तू, कुत्ते के बच्चे. See? These things, you must get rid of all of these things, and you do not know how to do it. The only way all these things will come out of your character is through infiltration of divine energy. You need divine energy to be infiltrated into the disputed territory of your body. For now it's disputed territory like Kashmir. Allah thinks it belongs to him, Shaitan thinks it's his property. So it's a disputed. Right now it's illegal occupation. This heart belongs to God, but it is illegally occupied by the devil. Right? And then we have IRA and Scotland Yard, muffling into each other. Similarly, we have two forces, right? The divine force and the evil force. And the divine force and the evil force are ready for the combat. Only if your commander-in-chief is Gohar Shahi or Jesus Christ, you will, turn out to be victorious. Without Gohar Shahi or Jesus Christ, you're defeated. Without a spiritual guide, you will never go for a ground war. Cold war and proxy wars will defeat you easily. When the devil, puts whispers in your heart, this is like a proxy war, isn't it? The spy, the evil spy is inside your territory and is turning you against him. We have still 30 minutes before we start the meditation. So, this spiritual journey is all about getting rid of the evil possessions that are inside you. Evil possessions. And what are these evil possessions? Fear. A time will come when you will fight with fear of devil and you will succeed. How? When your spiritual guide is with you. So, the fear which is coming from the devil is defeated. Because the guide is with you. Don't worry, my son. You're under my wings. I will always protect you against all odds. When you have such a wonderful, comfort coming from a mighty being, who cares about the devil? Muridi la takhaf bar dil navishtam. اے میرے مرید خوف نہ کر نمے ترسمز شیطان دغائی. The devil cannot deceive you because I am so powerful. So the fear of the devil goes away the moment you place your trust in your spiritual master. جب مرشد کے ہاتھوں میں, ابھی تو چھوٹی چھوٹی باتوں میں کسی کے یہاں درد ہو جائے تو ارے بھائی کچھ نہیں ہوگا, خاموش ہو جاؤ. نہیں, اس کے ہاتھوں میں ہاتھ دے دیا ہے, چھوڑ دو. وہ عزت دے رہا ہے تو بھی اس کی مہربانی ہے, اور اگر وہ کار پارک میں ذلیل کرا رہا ہے تو بھی اس کی مہربانی ہے. ٹھیک ہے نا؟ اگر وہ کتیاؤں سے, سوروں سے بے عزتی کراتا ہے, اس میں بھی کوئی حکمت ہے اس کی. उसके हाथ में है सब कुछ, उसके हाथ में है। अपना सारा ट्रस्ट छोड़ दो, रब के हवाले कर दो। जिल्लत हो या इज्जत हो, क्या लेना है दोनों से? लापरवाह हो जाओ, बिकम इनडिफरेंट, become indifferent to the world. You shouldn't be either happy when, people praise you, or you shouldn't be sad when people criticize you. You should become indifferent. If people are praising, turn a deaf ear on them. And they're, having a go at you, you are bad, you are bad. Good, good. I don't care. My middle finger does. I don't care. This should be your attitude towards life. See? It's not easy. The fear of the devil will go away when you have a wonderful spiritual master. Okay, one fear has been taken care of. And we have another fear, fear of God. Ya ayyuhallazina amanu taqullah. اے مومنو, اللہ سے ڈرو. او بھائی کیوں ڈرا رہے ہو؟ آپ کوئی جو ہے وہ گبر سنگھ ہو؟ کیوں ڈرا رہے ہیں آپ؟ اللہ نے کہا, ہم نے کب کہا ہے کہ ڈرو؟ یہ مولویوں نے ترجمہ کیا ہے اس کا. یا ایھا الذین آمنوا اتقوا اللہ. اے مومنو, اللہ کے نام کے ذریعے تقوی حاصل کرو. وہ تقوی سے مراد انہوں نے خوف بنا دیا, ڈر. اللہ سے ڈرو. بھائی کیوں ڈرو؟ اللہ کوئی بدماش ہے؟ اللہ نے کوئی کلاشنکوف پکڑی ہوئی ہے جو اللہ سے ڈرا رہے ہو؟ نہیں, آپ سوچیں اس پہ. اللہ سے کیوں ڈرو؟ اللہ سے پیار کیوں نہ کرو؟ یہ ڈر والی چیز تو نفس کی ہوتی ہے نا. روح کو تو پتہ ہی نہیں ہے ڈر کیا ہوتا ہے. تو اس کا مطلب ہے کہ یہ جو کہا جا رہا ہے خوف خدا ہو, یہ جینوئن نہیں ہے, یہ مولویوں کی بنائی ہوئی کہانی ہے. بھائی اللہ سے کیوں ڈرو یار؟ اللہ کوئی یعنی ہمیں کوئی مار تو نہیں دے گا. So what happens is, when the heart is enlightened, the soul is enlightened, and you have begun loving God, that fear of God slips away. You do not fear God anymore. Why? Because you love God. Do you have enough time to fear God when you're already busy loving God? No. Now your heart and your soul, everything is awakened, everything is enlightened. Would you fear God? Perhaps this is why God said in the Quran, فَتَمَنُّوا الْمَوْتِ إِن كُنتُمْ صَادِقِينَ. فَتَمَنُّوا الْمَوْتِ. So, wish for death. Wish if you're true in love. آ جاؤ, ڈرنے کی کیا ضرورت ہے؟ This is why Prophet of Islam said, death is a bridge between lover and the beloved. Death is a bridge between lover and the beloved. The entire spiritual journey is getting rid of the irrespective and unnecessary and evil possessions that you have. The moment these possessions are parted with you and you become available, the Lord will come inside you and your journey is over. You're done. Brother Steve, would you like to discuss it in panel? These points. आ जाओ भाई। कोई गुस्ताखी तो नहीं हो गई है? आपकी दाढ़ी कितने दिन में बढ़ जाती है? हमें तो 2 दिन में बढ़ जाती है। बताओ अब क्या करें, कमबख्त जिस्म के इतने नखरे हो गए हैं, 2 दिन में दाढ़ी बढ़ जाए। हटा, ये जिस्म जो है वो तो औरतों की तरह नखरे करने लग गया। नहीं, मुझे बड़ा बुरा लगता है कि 2 दिन बाद फिर निकल आई दाढ़ी। चलो भाई 4 दिन गुजरने दो। अब कौन रोज शेव करे बदी की तरह? बदी तो इसलिए करता है कि कोई जापानीज लड़की नजर आ जाए इधर उधर से, तो बेचारे का गुजारा हो जाए। नहीं, बोलो हाँ, लानत है, ऐसे सोच रखता है। बदी इज अ गुड गर्ल। ओह सॉरी। ब्रदर स्टीव, start from faqr. What does it mean?
So this means spiritual.
Yes. And people take it as physical poverty, monetary poverty. That's the point where people got really mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want you to have a very healthy debate between three of you.
Right. Yeah, I mean, this is a wonderful discussion to clearly point out to us the difference between the physical and spiritual poverty. And being a Sufi is not about wearing beggar's clothes and wearing scruffy clothes and you have no possessions. You have no relationships. I mean, I think this, when Spiritual Master went on to talk about the ailments that we have, the arrogance and the fear and greed and jealousy. Perhaps if you had that physical poverty, that must ignite your lower self to have these. It can't do you any good when you talk about, I'm not going to say every single priest in Catholicism, but there's a huge amount of them. They take this as a, they're told not to have relationships, not to have a wife. And surely that brings out more desires.
Unfulfilled desires.
Yes, yeah. And then they're,
Increases in intensity.
right, and then, yeah. What good is that? What benefit is that to go on the spiritual path if you're just by outward actions you're saying no, I'm abstaining for this, but it's inside, isn't it? You know, you still desire the cars. You say you don't have a car. I don't have a car. I walk everywhere, but you look at people driving cars and you think, I should have to. Yes, please. Yeah.
I think there is a great misunderstanding in understanding of the religion by the Christians.
Right.
Just because Jesus didn't marry, just because Jesus didn't have a home, just because Jesus, didn't enjoy any of the comforts of this world or luxuries, they think this is what it is to be
Yes.
holy.
Yeah.
But Jesus did not do all these things for a different reason. Because he was not human.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah. The inner desire wasn't there,
Yeah.
but they have the inner desire and they're pretending that they don't have it, aren't they? That's really what it is. That's what it comes down to.
That's it.
You know, for show they're pretending, but it's there all the time, and
It's there.
and this must be stopping their progress.
I mean, abstinence from things that you desire is not the solution. Because the desire is still there. And when you have the desire and you stop yourself from doing things,
Yes.
it only, intensify the desire. Well, this is what I believe.
Yes, oh,
This is
definitely.
what I've seen. When you want to do something and, you're just stopping yourself from not doing it, it will double the intensity of that desire. And you will want to, arrive at that satisfaction through different means.
Yes, yeah.
That's my understanding.
No, it's absolutely right.
Carry on.
And so really that's that I'm going to keep in my mind with this evening's discussion. It's about the difference between the poverties, spiritual and physical poverty, and the purpose of life is to be left with nothing but God. I thought that was a beautiful line. The purpose of our life is to have nothing but God, and the only way that you're going to obtain that is by adopting this spiritual poverty, which means negating all those ailments that will stop you from bringing God into your heart and into your life and loving God, because those things are the hurdles, so they have to be taken away, and that's the real meaning of poverty. Taking away the fear, taking away the arrogance, the jealousy, which can be done through the awakening of the heart and the divine light, which we've learned through the Sufi courses, that this is the only way that you're going to be able to negate these negative vices, not by reading books, not by doing outward worship. It's all going to come from the inside, because it's the spiritual poverty relates to the inside. It doesn't relate to the outside. The outside are the clothes and the cars, which have got nothing to do with spirituality. So it was a really beautiful point.
Even during the discussion, we had people commenting, the same lads commenting in regards to say the Younus AlGohar, about how rich he is, and you also mentioned about Sarkar Sayyidna Gohar Shahi, when this is what was spoken about all over Pakistan. Even when Sarkar came to the UK in Manchester and London, we had Muslims saying, how can he be a spiritualist? He's so rich. And these are the same people who come from the Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah, and they affirm and they believe that Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jilani, Ghaus-e Azam, he is the king of Fakr, and all Muslims will agree to this, the king of Fakr. And he was an entrepreneur. He was a very, very wealthy businessman. And to the extent that it is known in all the books that he never wore the same dress after he has worn it. And not any common dress. He would wear the most extravagant of dresses every single day. And if this is like, if people were to see someone doing it today, they would see, oh look, he's being wasteful. This is not the Sunnah. And this is your king of Fakr. So they beat about the bushes, they speak about these personalities, and they have no idea how they live their lives. And the main point is, when we speak about Fakr, the misconception is that in India and Pakistan, every poor man that they see on the edge of the street, they call him Fakir. That he's a Fakir, he comes from Fakr, whereas that he's just an old poor man. He's not a Fakir.
Even today, call Gandhiji a half-naked fakir,
Yeah.
right? Because they don't have very profound insight into spirituality.
Exactly.
This is the general perception. A Sufi must be hand to mouth always,
Very true.
but it doesn't make any sense. I mean, why would God want you to live, so lowly in front of people who do not love God, who do not want to know God? It's like this is going against God. Like, these people love God, and look how poorly they are. This doesn't serve the divine purpose.
Absolutely.
People who love God should be, richer than those who do not love God, so that they can take an example. Oh, look at this. He loves God and he's so rich. Let's do it. Let's love God. We will also drive a BMW 7 Series. Let's love God. We will also have, 10, 12, iPhone 11. This is some kind of incentive.
Very true. What a beautiful point. So, this is a grave misconception that faqr means being physically poor, having physical poverty, whereas the origin of faqr is actually to do with spiritual poverty. And what is spiritual poverty? It's like, and it was explained as well, it's like having a temple. Our body is a temple, our self is a temple, and we are full of greed, malice, negative ailments, jealousy, hatred, arrogance, ignorance. We are full of, all those, the webs that are incapacitating us and keeping us from God. What is spiritual poverty? What is faqr? Faqr is to remove, is to empty and rid that temple from all else. And once it is empty, then it is ready to house God within it. This is what spiritual poverty is. And this was a very important point. And then the other point was that when you are walking on the path of spiritual poverty, on the path of faqr, then what happens is that first of all, God is testing you and putting hurdles in your path to test you, to test your metals. But at the same time, the Satan announces, revenge, vengeance. He announces his enmity against you. And it is now his mission to stop you. So what happens is now you've gone through the process of purgation. You have made sure that there's nothing that is within you that can stop you. So what happens next? The Satan will start using those that you love the most, that you care about the most. This is something we all need to be very vigilant on. And so many examples were given. When you are at this stage, then what happens is those that you love and care about the most, they start to become weapons for the Satan. He'll start using them. He'll constantly, and various different methods. Your daughter will say something will hurt you, or will say don't do this, and now you're left with two options. What are you supposed to do? It's all, emotional blackmail, and your brother, your friends, they will be used, your father, your mother. And these are the examples, and this is things that you should be very vigilant of. And the example given was when Sarkar Gohar Shahi was in Kotri. We heard about an individual called Ikram, and he was very close to Sarkar. And Sarkar said that one night when the electricity was gone, he came and he was offering a cup of milk for Sarkar, and he was insisting that Sarkar would drink it. So Sarkar said, leave it on the bedside table, I will drink it later on. And then he insisted again that no, Sarkar, it's warm, you should drink it. And then again, another time. So Sarkar held the glass and then asked him to leave. But then when they looked at it, it had a dead wall lizard in it. And it had been there for so long. So Sarkar is saying that if it had just fallen in by accident, the color of the milk would not have been so rotten yellow. It wouldn't have, but what goes to show is that the milk had become so rotten. It means that it had been there for so long, for hours and hours, which means it was planned. And he was extremely close to Sarkar. And the thousands of followers of Sarkar Gohar Shahi, they would look up to him and they would assume that he is very close to Sarkar, he's a beloved of Sarkar. Whereas this is what the reality was, this is what his true face was. And these are misconceptions that those that are walking on the path of spirituality, they take everything for face value. Even the word faqr and all of these things, they've been made very ritualized, and there's a very straightforward understanding to them. Whereas things we should understand now, that when God in the Quran talks with riddles, and then we need the ahadith, which we also cannot understand. In the same way, the path leading to God and everything pertaining to it will not be so straightforward. Everything will be possibly in riddles, or will have a more profound understanding, and will have more wisdom to it. Wajid bhai, would you like to?
I think you covered well, in fact, but just 2 points probably just want to add. One is, if somebody is like poor, and what example he will be setting in front of rest of the people or so. In fact, actually, I mean, first of all, the love of family, relatives, everything, everyone else, and then the other side is like whatever traits are with us. In fact, from the Saturn, these are the two main things basically we have to get rid of, not the physical aspect of it. In fact, I mean, if you are not concentrating as a person, I mean, on your studies, etc., or first of all, your parents, your uh, people around you or relatives, etc., they will jump on straight away on you. In fact, actually, so what will be the opportunity or positive or upside for you? In fact, actually, if you just like go in isolation, and I mean, doesn't matter if you spend 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, or how much time you spend in that type of situation, but whatever bad traits you have inside you will still be there, in fact, actually. And yeah, so and whenever you will see your parents or whatever, that love or the will still be there, in fact, inside you, in fact, actually, and they are gonna still um, attract you towards them, in fact, actually. So the fucker itself is basically to get rid of these two things. In fact, one is like the relationship, the blood relationship, and the people who are close to you and who really keep you tight and uh, keep you along with themselves rather than trying to find a way or path to the God, in fact. And the same thing from the Saturn traits as well, in fact, that these things are going to put hurdles, in fact, and won't let you to achieve the objective and your target, in fact, which is the ultimate and purpose of your life. In fact, why God say he also explained that, okay, the purpose of creating you is to achieve and obtain the love. That's what was the purpose and divine purpose of God, in fact, I think. I mean,
Brother Steve, I want to share a story with you. Just soon after Sarkar uh, came out from the jungle after the spiritual retreat, so Sarkar didn't have any home. So Sarkar made a makeshift hut near textbook board. What is it? Medical college. Jamshoro. So Sarkar made a makeshift hut. Sarkar didn't have a home at that time. So Sarkar was in Sarkar's hut, and it was on the road. And one guy in a big car came, and he was asking Sarkar about spirituality. So Sarkar said, I checked what he was thinking spiritually. So Sarkar said he was thinking, he is a saint of God, he loves God, and he is living in a hut. He has no possessions, he's not, he's not wealthy, and is very poor, so to speak. So if I also love God, God will also take all my possessions away from me, and I will turn into, a poor man. And then Sarkar said, then I changed my style. And after Sarkar told me this story, Sarkar then advised me to always put on good clothes, have good stuff, so that when people look at you, then they will think, oh, he loves God. Look, God is giving so many things to him. If I love God, he will give me, extra more. So this is why I always insist on people to have, a good lifestyle. Good lifestyle. Wear good clothes and clean and happy. Because this world is strange. Either you show as if you are poor, they're not happy. Or you have a lot of money, even then they're not happy. And there is a story. There was a son and a father. And they were traveling and they had a donkey. So the son said to the father, "You are old. You should be riding on the donkey's back." And he was walking along. Some people saw them and said, "What kind of a son you are? What kind of a father you are? You're riding on the donkey and your son is walking. You have no care for your son." And he said, "Yeah, that's true." So he got off and he asked his son to ride on the donkey. After, some distance, they met another group of people. And now they were cursing the son. "What kind of a son you are? You have no respect for your father?" And they were really puzzled. And they both decided, okay, we should both ride on this donkey so that people have no complaints. Now they bumped into yet another group of people and said, "Look at these people. They have no respect for the donkey. Both of them are riding on a single donkey. They have no respect for it." And they got really pissed. And you know what they did? They were both walking. Then they met another group of people and said, "Look at these fools. They have a donkey, but nobody's riding on it." So people are never happy, no matter what you do. They are never happy. So the best option is live a good life, even if they are not happy. Okay? So I hope you understand what is spiritual poverty, right? Now we have a wonderful, lovely Swamiji who is very inspirational, who is really good, whose smile is very good. Just imagine if Swamiji was a woman. How many people would love to marry him? You, Swamiji?
जी
You are so lovely. We love you all.
यस मैं कल डे एंड नाइट जर्नी करते हुए मध्य प्रदेश, इंडिया का जो मध्य प्रदेश स्टेट है, वहाँ का जबलपुर एक बहुत अच्छा सिटी है।
जी हाँ,
वहाँ जबलपुर, हाँ जी,
हाँ देखा है
वहाँ
मैंने।
वहाँ सडनली आपकी ही योजना से, आपकी कृपा से, मैंने सोचा भी नहीं था कि भारत के कोने-कोने से 29 स्टेट से साहित्यकार आए थे। वो सडनली प्रोग्राम में मुझे ट्रेन में ही न्यूज़ मिला कि स्वामी जी आपको जहाँ अभी जाना है वहाँ नहीं जाना है, लेकिन बीच में से हम लोग आपको जबलपुर ले जा रहे हैं, जहाँ भारत के कोने-कोने से साहित्यकार की एक कॉन्फ्रेंस हो रही है।
वाह वाह, क्या
उस
बात।
हाँ जी, तो मैंने सोचा चलो पूरे भारत के ऐसे क्रीम एजुकेटेड लोगों के साथ कांटेक्ट हो जाएगा, तो मैं जबलपुर आज शाम को 7 बजे से 11 बजे तक मैंने वो कॉन्फ्रेंस अटेंड किया। अपने मिशन से ये लोगों को जोड़ने के लिए मैंने वहाँ टाइम दिया और फिर वो प्रोग्राम अटेंड करते हुए मुझे जहाँ जाना था, यहाँ एक जबलपुर का मध्य प्रदेश का एक गाँव है, वहाँ आज मैं आया हूँ। अभी वहाँ वो विलेज से बोल रहा हूँ, क्योंकि मैं फ़कीर हूँ, मुझे हमेशा आपकी वेल्थ, स्पिरिचुअल वेल्थ की ज़रूरत है, वो मैं कलेक्ट कर रहा हूँ। मैं फ़कीर बन के आपकी स्पिरिचुअल पावर, स्पिरिचुअल जो वेल्थ है, उसकी मुझे डिमांड है। मैं हमेशा फ़कीर रहना चाहता हूँ ताकि मुझे हमेशा डिमांड रहे, मैं सीखता रहूँ। मेरी लाइफ को मैंने सिंपल बनाई है, मैं फ़कीर इसलिए रहा हूँ कि सिंपल लाइफ एंड हाई थिंकिंग, उसके पर मैं चल रहा हूँ। आपने आज फ़कीर के बारे में जो बात करी है, हकीकत में मैं हमेशा फ़कीर रहना चाहता हूँ ताकि मुझे स्पिरिचुअल नॉलेज का पावर यानी कि अभिमान ना आ जाए, वो मुझे ध्यान रखना है। आज मैं यहाँ ऐसी हस्ती के पास आया हूँ जो प्रजापिता ब्रह्मा कुमारी ईश्वरीय विश्वविद्यालय में माइंड पावर का पूरे इंडिया में वो सेमिनार करता रहता है। और वो यंगस्टर है, करीबन 30 इयर्स का यंगस्टर है, शक्तिराज सिंह उसका नाम है। और ब्रह्मा कुमारीज में वो टॉप 10 जो लोग हैं उसमें से एक है।
वाह।
उन्होंने स्पेशल मुझे यहाँ बुलाया है कि स्वामी जी आपका लंदन से आप जो कुछ सीख के आए हैं तो हमको भी उसका फायदा लेना है। तो वो अपनी लंदन की बातें भी देखता रहता था, क्योंकि वो फेसबुक से मेरे से जुड़े हुए हैं, तो अपने अलरा टीवी से भी वो जानकार है। इसलिए
जी जी।
खास मुझे यहाँ उसके मध्य प्रदेश में बुलाया। 2-3 प्रोग्राम उन्होंने रखा है।
वाह
तो
वाह।
वो प्रोग्राम अटेंड करके मैं 10 तारीख को अपने जसबीर सिंह जो पंजाब के हैं वहां मैं जाऊंगा।
हम्म।
तो तो अभी मैं वो शक्तिराज सिंह से उसका प्यार के देखते हुए उन्होंने अपने तरीके से अपने प्रोग्राम रखे हैं,
जी
अपने
जी।
सूफीइज्म के बारे में प्रोग्राम रखे हैं। वो प्रोग्राम में अटेंड करने यहाँ आया हूँ, 2 दिन यहाँ उसके साथ रहूंगा। फिर मैं यहाँ से ही सीधा डायरेक्ट पंजाब जसबीर भाई के पास पहुंचने वाला हूँ। तो
जी।
मैं हमेशा हमेशा आपके चरणों का फकीर हूँ। मुझे आपकी स्पिरिचुअल वेल्थ चाहिए और दुनिया में फैलाना चाहता हूँ। तो आज जो सब्जेक्ट आपने बहुत अच्छी तरह से लिया है, मैं शुरू से ही सुन रहा हूँ। मैं यहाँ रात को ट्रैवलिंग करते हुए जबलपुर रात को 12 बजे बस पकड़ते हुए यहाँ 3 घंटा ट्रैवलिंग करते हुए आया। फिर मैंने मोबाइल चार्ज किया और शक्तिराज भाई ने बोला कि स्वामी जी अभी आप रेस्ट करो। मैंने बोला मैं रेस्ट नहीं करूंगा, मेरा गुरुजी जो है ना अभी अलरा टीवी पे आएंगे, सब मेरे स्पिरिचुअल फैमिली आएंगे, तो मैं उससे प्यार से मिलूंगा। अभी आराम हराम हो गया है, तो वो भी बहुत खुश हो गए हैं। तो अभी
उनसे
मैं
बात
ये
कराएं,
अपना लाइव आनंद ले रहा हूँ।
उनसे भी बात
सब
करा दें,
हाँ जी,
उनसे भी, उनको भी बोलें कि वो भी बात करें, आए।
हाँ जी। वो अभी एक दूसरी जगह पे वो
अच्छा।
गए हैं। मेरे को क्या है, वो दूसरे लोग जो आए हुए हैं ना यहाँ, तो उसको डिस्टर्ब ना हो जाए, इसीलिए मुझे ये ब्रह्मा कुमारी का ये यहाँ विलेज में उन्होंने ये कुटीर बनाया है,
वाह वाह।
तपस्या का ये साधना रूम एकदम जंगल में मंगल खड़ा किया है। तो मेरे को ये आनंद देने के लिए ये कुटिया दे दिया है, जैसे जंगल में ऋषि मुनि जो करते थे ना
जी जी।
साधना, तो ऐसी उन्होंने यह कुटिया बनाई है। वो बोले स्वामी जी आप बात भी करो, लाइव बात करो, गुरुजी से जो भी करो, तो दूसरे की नींद न जग जाए, इसलिए मेरे को ये जगह अभी दे दी है। तो मैं वो शक्तिराज जी से आपका प्यार दे दूंगा, और वो भी अपने मिशन में काम करेंगे। पूरे भारत के कोने कोने में वैसे वे जाते हैं, तो
जी
अपने अपनी बातें भी करते रहेगा और अलरा टीवी से लाखों लोगों को जोड़ेगा। तो ये खास अपने आइडिया से मैं यहाँ पहुंचा हूँ।
जी।
आपके चरणों में ये बात समर्पित करता हूँ।
स्वामी जी, हम सब फकीर हैं, सरकार गौहर शाही अमीर हैं। हम सब
जी जी
फकीर हैं, आप भी फकीर हैं, हम भी फकीर हैं।
जी
और
जी जी।
सारी शक्ति बहुत दी है सरकार गौहर शाही ने आपको, बस
जी
आप उंगली हिलाओ ना।
हाँ जी।
हाँ, शक्ति बहुत दी है सरकार ने आपको।
जी जी गुरुजी, आप बस यही आपके शक्ति को और आपको खुद को मेरे दिल में लाकर अपने लॉर्ड रा रियाज जो है उसको भी लेके, मैं गौहर साई को भी लेके यहाँ भारत में आया हूँ। और डगर डगर पे मुझे फील हो रहा है कि दादा गुरु और आप मेरे दिल में ये काम करा रहे हैं। और बड़ी बड़ी घोषणा भी अभी जहाँ जहाँ जगह होगी तहाँ मैं करने वाला हूँ कि अभी हम विश्व में कहीं युद्ध नहीं करने देंगे। और एक और बड़ी बात भी करने वाला हूँ कि विश्व के हर एक देशों का डिफेंस बजट 0 कर देंगे 1 साल में। ये घोषणा मैं आपकी आशीर्वाद से करने जा रहा हूं इंडिया में। और भारत सरकार को भी अवगत करा दूंगा। भारत सरकार और मैं करतारपुर कॉरिडोर जाके मैं अपने जसबीर भाई जी को लेके वहां पाकिस्तानी के मेरे मित्रों को भी मिलने वाला हूं।
वाह
और
वाह, क्या बात है,
जी
वाह वाह,
एक
जबरदस्त।
जी
کیا بات ہے.
میں نے آپ دونوں میرے دل میں بسے ہیں، اس لیے میں نے یہاں بھارت میں گھوشنا کر دی ہے کہ میں 1 سال میں کرتارپور کوریڈور میں جو پاکستان کا پرائم منسٹر جو عمران خان جی ہے اس کو میں کرتارپور کوریڈور بلاؤں گا، اور نریندر مودی جی کو بھی وہاں بلاؤں گا، اور دونوں کو گلے لگا کے دنیا کو یہ نظارہ دکھاؤں گا 1 سال میں.
آمین آمین.
بھارت اور پاکستان کی بارڈر بھی ہم کھول دیں گے اور سب اچھا کر دیں گے. تو یہ آپ کی کرپا سے یہ ابھی دھیرے دھیرے گھوشنا کرتے جائیں گے اور کام کو آگے بڑھاتے جائیں گے.
بہت اعلیٰ سوامی جی، بہت اعلیٰ.
بس
سرکار آپ کے ساتھ ہے.
آپ میرے دل میں ہے، گرو جی بھی، میرے دادا گرو بھی دل میں ہے. تو یہ شکتیاں ابھی کام کر رہی ہے، یہ میں فیل کر رہا ہوں. ریحان اللہ والا بھی بہت خوش ہے، اس نے بولا آپ جلدی کرتارپور آؤ. پاکستان میں بڑی بڑی ہستیاں کو لے کے وہ بھی وہاں آئیں گے اور میٹنگیں چلتی رہے گی، اپنا مشن آگے بڑھتا رہے گا.
تو آپ جو پنجاب جائیں گے جسبیر بھائی کے پاس، تو
جی
جسبیر بھائی کو بولیں کہ بہت سارے لوگوں کو ساتھ، اپنے سکھ بھائیوں کو لے کے جائیں کرتارپور.
ہاں جی ہاں جی ہاں جی ہاں جی، ضرور ضرور ضرور
اچھے خاصے
ضرور.
لوگوں کو لے کے جائیں.
جی 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 جی
صحیح ہے نا؟
جی. اور ایک راستہ کھل گیا کہ پاکستان کی جو بھارت میں ایمبیسی ہے، پاکستان ایمبیسی جو بھارت میں ہے،
ہاں ہاں.
وہاں 2-3 آفیسر، دلی میں ایک بہت بڑی ہستی جو مسلم بھائی ہے، بہت بڑا کاریہ کرتا ہے، وہ ایم پی بھی رہ چکا ہے. انہوں نے سامنے سے میرا ابھی دلی میں وہ ملے تھے، ابھی مکی مسجد میں جو ہم گئے تھے نا پروگرام میں، تو وہاں وہ ملے تھے. تو اس کا سامنے سے فون آیا کہ سوامی جی ابھی آپ کہاں ہو، میں آپ کا کیا ہیلپ کر سکتا ہوں. تو میں نے بولا کرتارپور کوریڈور ہم جانا چاہتے ہیں. تو بولے ارے آپ کو میں وہاں پہنچا دوں گا، کیونکہ پاکستان ایمبیسی جو دلی میں ہے، وہاں میرے 3 بڑے آفیسر میرے بہت کلوز ہے، آپ کا پرمیشن میں وہاں سے دلوا دوں گا. تو یہ بھی راستہ کھل گیا ہے.
بھائی جان، آپ کو تو ویزے کی ضرورت نہیں ہے کرتارپور جانے کے لیے.
ہاں
آپ
جی
تو
ہاں جی
ویسے ہی جا سکتے ہیں.
ہاں جی ہاں جی 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 جی. ہو
پاسپورٹ
جائے
کی بھی ضرورت نہیں ہے، صرف آئی ڈی کارڈ لے کے جا سکتے ہیں. کیوں بھائی؟ سمجھے؟
جی.
ہاں،
آپ
آپ کو ضرورت
آپ
نہیں
کے
ہے.
جی جی، آپ کا آشیرواد آپ میرے دل میں ہے. یہ سب کام آسان ہو رہا ہے گرو جی. میں نے بھی سوچا نہیں تھا، ویسے ویسے آسانی چل رہی ہے آگے آگے. بہت بہت اپنا مشن جو ہے ورلڈ میں ایسا پھیل جائے گا 1-2 سال میں کہ اپنے سامنے جو اگیانی ہے، جس کو خبر نہیں ہے کہ یہ امام مہندی گورسائی کا کیا مشن ہے، ہم لوگ کیا کر رہے ہیں، وہ لوگوں کو پتا چلے گا کہ یہ تو کیا ہو گیا. ہم لوگ تو اندھیرے میں تھے، ہم نہیں جانتے تھے کہ یہ مشن کیا تھا. گورسائی اس دنیا میں مہندی اوتار کے روپ میں کیا کر رہے ہیں، وہ لوگوں کو 1-2 سال میں ریئلائز ہونے جا رہا ہے. گرو جی آپ کے چرنوں میں یہ ساری بات سمرپت کرتا ہوں.
اور آپ راجندر بابو سے بھی پوچھ لیں اگر وہ جانا چاہیں.
ہاں جی.
راجندر بابو سے بھی پوچھ لیں اگر وہ جانا چاہتے ہیں.
ہاں، راجندر بابو بھی، میں اس کو بھی بولوں گا، وہ اگر آنا
ہاں
چاہیں گے اس کو بھی لے چلوں گا.
ہاں.
ضرور 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 ضرور. ٹھیک ہے.
بہت بہت مہربانی، شکریہ آپ کا سوامی جی. اللہ
گرو
آپ
جی
کو خوش رکھے،
یہ
سرکار
تو
آپ کو خوش رکھے.
جی، یہ تو آپ دونوں دادا گرو اور آپ میرے دل میں آ چکے ہیں، میں فیل کر رہا ہوں. اور یہی شکتی کام کر رہی ہے جو دنیا نے کبھی نہیں سوچا تھا. وہ سوچیں گے، دیکھیں گے، یہ نظارہ سب کے سامنے آنے والا ہے جلدی سے جلدی.
بالکل ایسا ہوگا.
جی گرو جی، جی گرو جی.
ابھی ہم تھوڑا سا میڈیٹیشن کریں گے.
ٹھیک ہے، کریے
ٹھیک
گرو
ہے.
جی، کریے. میں بھی اس کا آنند لوں گا. کریے
ہاں
آگے
ٹھیک
بڑھیں.
ہے.
آپ کے چرنوں میں سب سمرپت کرتا ہوں.
ٹھیک ہے. How many of you are clean? Say yes or no. ابے بولو تو صحیح یار. ہاں؟ Clean. Okay. تھوڑا سا پیچھے make a circle. But Steve, you sit here in the middle. صرف میری لائٹیں آن رکھو، باقی سب بند کر دو. एक ऑन रखो, बाकी sit in a position which you think is comfortable for you, right? Any position which is comfortable for you, which means that after 5 or 10 minutes you don't want to change your side. Sit in a comfortable position. बंद कर दो ये भी. नो नो नो, ये भी बंद कर दो, पीछे वाली भी. This meditation will have 2 stages. In the first stage, we will engage in zikr, and then in the second stage, which will be the beginning of meditation, you will focus on your heart, right? You will focus on your heart, and you will visualize Sarkar Gohar Shahi is taking you out of this world, right? In the second stage. First stage is zikr, and then the second stage, you will focus on your heart, visualize God's name, and visualize Sarkar Gohar Shahi is holding your hand and taking you away from this world into the realm of Malkut. All right? In a very soft voice. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. La ilaha illallah, 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 ilaha illallah, La 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 ilaha illallah, لا إله إلا الله 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 إله إلا الله لا 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 إله لا إله إلا الله 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 لا إله Keep your eyes closed and focus on your heart. Visualize God's name and also visualize that Sarkar is holding your hand and Sarkar is taking you to Alam Malakut. And do not open your eyes until I ask you to. illa hu. How did you feel? This is your first time in meditation. It's very hard to focus. You need to gain expertise, but we will do it every Saturday. And next time I will make sure that the environment, the place is good. But did you feel anything today? Any of you? Go ahead.
I could feel something coming out. I could feel something coming out. Then I could then even though my eyes were closed, I could see round the rim of my eyes some golden light. Then then it felt like I suddenly fell back down into my body, and then the light disappeared.
That's good.
I was worried I wasn't doing it properly.
So that was good. It means your meditation was established. Anybody else?
I had the same experience as Furqan, that something was coming out of my body. My eyes weren't open, but I could see there was like I was sitting among people, and it was all white.
White. Okay, beta. All right. So we will do this every Saturday. On Fridays we do Sufi Zikr, and on Saturdays we will do meditation. This is just the beginning, and maybe in a couple of sittings, when you're more easy with this position, you will get there. But I felt Sarkar's presence. And whatever you were doing, even if it didn't reach Alam Malakut, it reached Sarkar Gohar Shahi. And in the next attempt, Sarkar will take you to Alam Malakut. So that's all for today. So everybody should note down somewhere that on Fridays we will do Sufi Zikr, on Saturdays always meditation.